This product is approved and endorsed by Producer Buttons.
This is the MOZA flight yoke system. But here I have the actual base itself. It's force feedback, and I believe it's quite good, but I haven't tried it yet. So let's see. You've got the yoke here as well that attaches to it. This is the first one they've come out with. I think they're coming out with more. And of course, you get, if you want, little attachments to attach it to a desk. But because it's quite heavy, I don't think that's going to be an issue. As I say, Velcro is your friend. Now I've taken this bit out because it's quite heavy. It's quite heavy. Now, here we go. Right. It's not insanely heavy, but it's heavy. And that pleases me because it's not going to go slipping around the desk. You know? Power cable, that's an American style. Oh no, don't annoy me. Don't annoy me now with your American style cables. Oh, Jesus. Right, let's try and get this out of the box. Let's try and get it out of the box. And, yeah, okay, fine. Ugh. Okay. It's not insanely heavy, but it's heavy. It's like, heavy. What's this? Okay. I'm just not happy about the American style or the European plug. Okay, but that's easy fix. It's just a kettle lead, you know. Fair enough. Now, I've been very happy with my current yoke for many years. Oh, nice, 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 nice. That caught me off guard there, all the switches and stuff. Anyway, the yoke I've had it for years. I'm very happy with it. Is this going to be a replacement? Let's find out. Actually, I think they made a mistake because this has come from a different country than you'll get it, so I don't think you'll get this type of plug, but I'm going to have to sort that out right now.
Acting Producer Buttons. Greetings, folks and folkettes. Here we are. I have set up the MOZA yoke on my rig and I've just plugged it in. Okay, I just put in the power and the USB because it is force feedback and it just works. Okay, obviously I've been playing around with it, researching it, seeing what the problems are, if there are any, and seeing what I like and what I expected. And the good news is I got pretty much everything that I expected. The things I didn't expect are coming. I know it's coming because I've done it with the AB9, which is under here. Remember I did the review on their joystick here in between my legs. You can't quite see that. The camera, because I'm not reviewing that today. Have a look at the video at the end here. It'll come up on the screen at the end of this video. Now, my initial impressions is yes, it's brilliant. For those of you who watch the channel, you know I had the Yoke of the Yoke, which was the best of the best at the time. That was, geez, was that 8 years ago now? This is, let's just see. Right. Okay, let's switch it on. Okay, there's a little button here, you hold it down. I don't want to move the camera because it goes out of focus. Apologies for that. Hold that down for 3 seconds and it powers on and it self-calibrates, folks. And it's really quite cool. Microsoft Flight Simulator catches it straight away and it just works. It just works. Now, you will notice that in the sim, it's not moving the exact same as the control column, but it behaves like so. There's a setting in Microsoft Flight Simulator I have to play with to get, you know, perfectly synchronized, but it does fly right. Does that make sense? Because the sim is out of kilter. Now, my first impressions, I've been playing around with this and now that it's on, okay, I have to tell you what I feel now because that's tricky. Now, I have flown these exact airplanes for many, many years. So I can, thankfully, I'm fortunate enough to be in a position to tell you if this impresses a real pilot, if you like. I've been flying for over 20 years now, geez, in real airplanes. I've always been a sim head. And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Greetings and salutations. Now, with regards to what I'm feeling here, I can feel as if, because the Cessna 172 has actual physical wires attached to the controls, wires and pulleys and so on and so forth. It's a physical connection. When I turn it, it feels like I am, like in the real aircraft, pulling a pulley. I can feel now I'm lifting the elevator, okay? One little thing that's missing here, and I'll keep you informed about those as I go, is that if the engine isn't started, so there's no airflow going over the controls. So if I had to pull this back, okay, and let go. The control column should just go dunk like that. Just a little thing I noticed. It may not be a big issue for you. It's not a big issue for me. But the good thing with MOZA, because I've had the AB9, they do update the software. They do tend to release the hardware without the software being fully implemented. I think they want some feedback. So it will happen. I do trust them because they did a great job with the AB9. At first it came out, it didn't have all the things, and they just update. The feel is great. I love the feel. It's got all the buttons and stuff that I require, which I'll go through now very quickly. But first of all, the main thing is I have the AB9. You can't see it now, and it does interfere a little bit. There's a little bit of, there's a little bit of. I suppose I could use it like that actually. The AB9 now is off. To show you that, if I want some more room, all I do is disconnect the control column and stow it away. Switch it off, and there I've got all the space. And guess what I can do then? I am free to fly fighter jets. I absolutely love it. It's absolutely brilliant. Let's stick it back on. And it's, let me just show you the controls if I haven't already. You got this works really well for the trim. This is you can look with this, I guess. You can set these up to anything you want on any flight simulator, by the way. This works on all flight simulators. You got the same here. Also, on the back here on both sides, you've got these kind of accelerator triggers. You could use those for rudders if you didn't have rudder pedals yet, quite easily. I missed this actually. Forgot about that. And that's the typical MOZA attachment. Now, MOZA are famous for force feedback in racing games. So they're force feedback experts, okay? And this is, I think, part of their thing where they actually, you can disconnect their steering wheels. But I love this because this tells me that they can have different types. That's it, is it? That's all. Great. Just lights come on, it just works. They're going to have different types of control yokes. That's it. I want a 737 one of these, please, MOZA. Right, they're going to have different types of control yokes. God knows, probably space ones, and who knows. So that's really, really cool. Now, let's switch it on. Producer Buttons here is very excited about the whole process, aren't you, Buttons? She loves Flight Simulator 2, and she just wants to thank all the subscribers. If there's any left, but don't worry, you don't have to subscribe or do anything like that. But just Producer Buttons just wants to say hello to you. She's also very excited about the stick. Producer Buttons now. Good job. Thank you for that, Buttons. Buttons, please. No, Buttons, please. I can't do the review if you're doing that, but although you're very cute. Do you want to look at the camera? No, you don't look at that. Buttons, please. No. Just Buttons, you're ruining everything now. You're supposed to be the producer. Little Buttons, please. Can you sit down over here, please? Can you go over here? No, you just want to look cute. Please, Buttons. Good dog. Now you go and lie down. Go lie down. Please. Just Buttons. You're okay. You can skip all of that. Okay, so let's switch everything on. Okay, so first off, I'm going to show you the hardware very briefly, or the software. I'm going to show you the software very briefly. Let's just go home. Okay, so the AB9 is off, so it's not showing the AB9. That's their stick. It comes as two parts, right? As you know, I have the yoke of the yoke for many years, 8 years now. And it was like 1,200 quid, and it doesn't have force feedback or any buttons or anything like this at all. So this is a major jump up for me, major jump up, and it's a great value. It's like 800 quid. Let me show you. 800 quid. That's the yoke of the yoke I have there, but they've modernized it with a few extra buttons and switches, and it's 1,200 quid. So that's what I'm. Oh man, that's where I'm going from. So this one, there's the AB9 there. Have a look at my video at the end of this. It'll pop up. As you can see, with the AB9, they've got two sticks already, right? Because you can replace them as well. But this is the one we're talking about. We're talking about the yoke, the AY210, and the MOZA MFY Yoke. Okay. $700, $149. That's $850 euros. That's going to be less, no? Or is it? I don't know. Let's say euros, because they always convert euros to dollars exactly. So that's a good bit cheaper than what I had. So I'm very pleased with that. And that's the throttle I reviewed as well. I'll put that on the screen too. Very, very good. A very big throttle if you like big controls and stuff in your sim. Absolutely brilliant. It has vibration in it as well. Okay, so the base, right? Let's have a look at the software. They're still in stock. Happy days. Great news. Now, The software that comes with it can be as complicated or as simple as you like. Okay. Here's the ABY210. I go home here. No, I want this menu here, please. Basic settings. Now, you've got all settings for all sorts of things here. All sorts of stuff. Sorry, I missed the screen. There's all sorts of stuff here. Expert settings. Loads of settings here. Dynamic settings. Yaw axis effect. Roll axis effect. All of that stuff. I'll leave it as it is for the moment. So, what I'm saying in short, I'm not going to bore you to tears. If you, let's say you have a real aircraft and you want a flight simulator, you can adjust this to be exactly like your real aircraft. But, as MOZA does, they release the hardware first, get it working fairly well with the software, and then they update the software as they go. So, the only thing they don't have really working is the trim mode, the hardware trim mode. That is, if you want to have a specific aircraft, the trim moves the wheel like that. So, if I'm trimming back, the wheel physically comes back. That's not implemented yet, but it will. I trust them. So there might be a few little things like that. But let's just see how we go. As it is, would I buy it? You know, would I buy it? Let's switch on the aircraft. Now, I've set up all my controls pretty much. Let's get rid of the control yoke here so you can see what I'm switching on. So let's switch on the battery. Fuel pump. Pitot heat. Strobe. Beacon. Nav. Beautiful. I love it. Let's put the control yoke back here. Let's hit enter here on the GPS and let's just get going. I have also changed the controls for down here. You can't see them. Let me move the camera for you. See these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? That is going to be for the magnetos. Oh, now let's switch it on. Let's get the camera in the right place. That scratching you can hear is a producer button. Sorry about that. Let's just zoom out a bit. Magnetos. Look. That's exactly like a real aircraft. Now there's air going over the elevators and the ailerons. Okay, the ailerons. So that's exactly like the real thing. So let's go for a quick flight. Let's set 10 flaps. Let's get rid of you as well. Let's put you back. I get the flaps up to 10. That's weird. How did they do that? I can feel the vibration of the flaps slightly. Let's set it to 10 and let's go. Right. I'm going to do my best to tell you what I actually feel. Oh, I'll need the brakes off. Oh, hang on. I forgot something. Okay, so you can see here it's fluttering as it would because of all the air going back over the elevator, etc. The whole airframe. As I add power, this is going to settle down. Right? It's going to settle down just like the real thing. Now it's kind of stopped, but there's still vibration there, just like in the real thing. That's very realistic, folks. Full power. Let's take off and see how we go. Okay, let's just play with the control surfaces here. Yeah, there's a bit of feedback now. I have a little bit of aileron resistance with the ailerons. The elevator as it should be, because it's going to be still quite heavy until we build up speed. And have to apply forward pressure now. Good. A little bit of trimming here. Now let's rotate. Applying back pressure now. Yeah, there should be a bit of resistance and then it gets lighter. Wow. That is very, very good. Let's put the flaps up. That's weird. I'm feeling the stem here, okay? Let's put the flaps down. That's weird. What I'm trying to tell you here is there's no vibration on the stem as there is because the force feedback's in the box, but obviously they have a motor inside the control yoke as well. That's very interesting. Let's take the flaps up. Yeah, the motor's in here, I'm guessing. That's very interesting. Okay, so we're approaching 70 knots. Let's accelerate a bit. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to accelerate. So now the controls on the stick should be more resistance because of all the airflow going over the controls because we're going so fast. Okay, so let's try it now. 100 knots. Let's just dive a little bit and just make sure we. Oh, 120 knots now. Okay, now the controls should be very stiff, but they are. Oh wow, good. The elevator, yeah. Very nice. Now let's slow down by applying back pressure, and those controls should become sloppy and loose. I can feel, oh, there's loads of stuff I'm feeling through this. I just have to do one thing at a time. Yeah. Sloppy, slow flight controls. Brilliant. Let's recover from that. Post-edit. So much was happening when I was doing that clip. I didn't get to tell you that as the aircraft stalled, the whole aircraft shuddered. It shudders a little bit with the panels and stuff, but because of the motors and the MOZA, my rig kind of shuddered. If you rewind it back, you'll see the camera shaking and you hear the little noises of the things on my desk. That just took me aback. I just thought that was absolutely fantastic, but there was so much feedback I couldn't get it out all at once. Unbelievable. Yeah, so you've got dynamic feedback with regards to how fast you're going. If that makes sense. So when I'm flying slow, it's relatively easy to move the ailerons, but as I go faster it gets harder and harder and harder, and of course you can adjust that in the settings as to how much you'd like that. There's a warning going on here. It's telling me terrain. Let's just get higher up here. This is fabulous. Now we're gonna load the another aircraft with the gear. You see the gear goes out, the lights come on when I have them up or down. I like that. These buttons here and here, these are, you can adjust those, and I'm sure they'll come on and off as required. These are the ones I haven't got set up just yet. Okay, so let's do a stall here now. Let's do a stall. Take the power back. Now I can I can feel the prop now going slower because it's now juddering, you know. And I can feel through the joystick, through the yoke control column, that I'm getting slower, and that's what I would feel in a real airplane. Also, I have to pull back a little bit more because I'm just slowing down. Well, come on. I'm descending, that's why. Now it's giving me a stall warning. I can feel now it's getting closer to the stall. Closer to the stall. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. There, it's gone. Brilliant. As I add power, I'm feeling the stick coming back a little bit, and that vibration is going. Wow. It's very, very... It's a weird feeling for me because I've never had force feedback in a control yoke before. That is absolutely stunning. Let's go back and land and see if I get any jolts from bad landing, shall we? So far this feels like a real Cessna, folks. And I actually, right, as I'm not one for flip-flopping around, I have it on preset idle. Sorry, I have it on preset, auto preset matchmaking. So I haven't had to fiddle around with all the settings. It just works out of the box, excuse me. It just works out of the box. Where is that airport, folks? Yeah, even when I take back the power, do you know what another thing is? Just like with the AB9, the whole desk, the whole desk shakes slightly. I love that because the whole cockpit does shake a little bit when you're in it, and this is doing it, although you can't see it really. Okay, here we are, final 84 knots, a bit too fast. 20 flaps. We're going to do a hard landing here. Alright, we're going to do hard landing. Trim. I love the trim works here. But you know what? I'd love a 737 version of one of these. Here we go. Too fast. Absolutely crazy. Full flaps. Halfway down the runway. A nonsense landing. I want to see the control column jolt around, please, when I hit the ground. Steady. Come on. Steady. Oh, it does. Let me feel that. Oh, yes. Yes, that is very, very good. That is very, very good. It kind of jolts like it would, you know. Let's do a smooth landing and see if I get any feedback with that. I'll just lift off temporarily. Yeah, up we go. Let's do a nice... Oh, that's that. Yeah, I'll get it for jolt. That is absolutely stunning. Let's try another aircraft. Okay, folks, let's try the TBM. Let's add full power. Full power. And of course, the rumbling is just that roll. It just goes from aggressive to very light, like you would in a real aircraft. I haven't flown a TBM before, but still, let's just check it out, and especially the gear function. I want to see what that feels like. Up we go. Typical TBM fashion. That's very interesting. With the Cessna, you kind of got to pull back and unstick in the real world. With the TBM, not so much, because there's so much power in it, I'm guessing. Okay, gear coming up. I can feel the rumble of the gear coming up. I'm just feeling it now. Is it going to stop? Now it's stopped. Gear down. That's bananas. So it's so much going on. Let's try some turns here because this is going to go a lot faster. Now I haven't played with the settings at all. It's just right out of the box. We're accelerating past 150 knots and it's slowly got a little bit tighter there. It's weird. Yeah, you see, this bananas here because now I'm not feeling the wires like I did in the Cessna. I could feel like the wires and the pulleys. It's bizarre. Now it's much more smoother because I don't know if the TBM has any pullers. It just feels different. I'm flying a different airplane. Let's do it. Let's do stall here now. Elevator's quite tough, and it would be because we're going so fast. Let's take all the power back here with this different aircraft. Let's not lower our altitude. Let's lower the gear as well. I can feel the gear coming down. This is a different experience, folks. This is different. This is more... It's so much more immersive. It's so much more immersive. That's weird how they do that. It still has the vibration of the aircraft, but the gear is also there and then it's stopped. How do they do... Is there a motor in here? How does that work? That's fascinating. Now, it's getting heavier now. The forces on the stick are actually getting heavier, where it wouldn't do on a non-force feedback. Look, it's just supposed to go forward, so I've got to keep it back. That is bizarre, and this is how we actually stall an aircraft in the real world. We don't trim it in the stall. So you feel that feedback. Come on, it's going to go now. It's getting jittery. The controls are getting jittery. Look. There we go. And you can hear the vibration of the whole thing. That is absolutely stunning. Let go. The control stick should move forward. Oh, it's going crazy. I saved it. Let's get the gear down. Let's get some flaps down. We need flaps and gear. And put them all at once now. There's a big change. The gear... Oh, the control column is actually slightly coming back. So you could feel it like... It's amazing. When I fly the real airplanes, I don't think about what I'm feeling with the control column. Do you know? But with this, it's like, you know, it's absolutely stunning. Now, you don't think about it, but you know. But I'm telling you, it just seems very accurate to me. Do you know? It really does. I've been flying for 20 years, and this has changed my whole simming now. This is going to change everything. This is it. Like, this is absolutely stunning. Oh, I'm going very slow now. Let's just try and make a proper landing. Let's get my head up a little bit there. My head up a little bit. Pop it down here. Into Dublin. It's a heavier aircraft. It feels like a heavier aircraft with a stick. Come on. There we go. Let me feel something around touchdown, please. Very slight, and it would be very slight.
Okay, this video's gone on way too long. I'm going to have to make other videos, but I'm really seriously impressed. I mean, first of all, it looks great in my rig. I love all the buttons and switches and gear levers on the base itself, which you never seem to get. It really adds immersion to your sim. If you have one item on your sim, you should have this yoke. Now, I've looked into others, but this is the best one I've seen, especially the price. It's much cheaper than what I've found before by, in some cases, a long shot. It's warranted for 2 years, not 1, but 2 years. The whole base is warranted for 2 years. It's just the immersion, and there's so many things as a real life pilot. I know I keep saying that, but it's something that I've actually got to review that I can push to my real world flying. And I guarantee you, right, you've been looking at loads of videos. You're probably like me, or I was actually looking at this before they sent it out to me. And this is the one I wanted. And they sent it out, which was just, I couldn't believe it. But in any case, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer purchase, and you'll see it on all the other YouTubers. It's a no-brainer. Also, I have an affiliate link now. I'm affiliated with them. So if you click on the affiliate link, which is in the description, you don't pay any extra. It just a little tiny commission goes to the creator, and it helps me make more videos because I'm inspired to make more videos for obvious reasons. I'll keep you informed with updates. I want to make more videos of this and the AB9 and all the MOZA software. I'm very, very excited that they're in this market. It's absolutely fantastic. Also,
My racing rig, I know I haven't done any videos of my racing rig. I'm updating that recently, and I'm getting some better visuals. But you know, I think I made a mistake with what I bought before. Anyway, I'll see you very, very soon, and I'm telling you, I bet my reputation on it. You're gonna have great fun with this. Stop! It didn't have. Oh no, this is not gonna work here. This is not gonna work unless I can get it right in front of my chest. Okay, folks, here. Would you ever f*** off? I went offline. Oh, God almighty.
But we have to put it away and wrap it up. But we have to. I'm sorry.
This is really awkward. This is doing my head in.
But we have to. No, Buttons, we have to take it. It's had its day.
What's going on? I want to go in the hole.
This is actually wrecking my head now. I'm never going to get this video done.